There comes a moment in life when we look in the mirror and wonder how much time we truly have left time to remember the faces we love, the stories we cherish, the names that matter. But what if the greatest threat to our brain, our memories, and our dignity isn't age but a common medication quietal, NDR stealing everything that makes us who we are? For years, people have trusted it, believing it helps them sleep, calm their anxiety, or relieve everyday discomfort. Yet behind the curtain, it slowly weakens the brain, shrinking memory, damaging focus, and raising the risk of dementia. Families watch their loved ones fade, not because of bad luck, but because no one warned them. Today, this truth must be spoken not to create fear, but to offer hope. Your brain is not replaceable. Your memories are not disposable. You deserve to protect them. And once you understand what this medication does, you will never look at it the same way again. This is not just about medicine. This is about your future, your independence, and the ability to live life with clarity, purpose, and pride. The time to defend your brain is now. A common over-the-counter medication is strongly linked to memory loss, confusi and TDR and long-term dementia risks, and millions take it every single day without the slightest idea of what it's doing to their brain. It hides in plain sight on pharmacy shelves, in bathroom cabinets, in purses and bedside drawers. It's marketed as harmless, convenient, and safe enough to take any Tim to Carson E. People use it to sleep, to calm allergies, to ease stomach issues, to relax their nerves, or simply to get through the day. But what they don't know is that this medication belongs to a drug class scientifically proven to interfere with one of the brain's most important systems, the communication pathway that helps us think clearly, store memories, and stay mentally sharp. When that pathway is blocked, brain cells misfire. Thoughts slow down, focus disappears, and in time, the brain begins to deteriorate. The latest research shows that long-term use dramatically increases the risk of dementia and DBRD, sometimes by over 50%. In studies of older adults, those taking this medication for months or years had smaller brain volume, weaker memory centers, and faster aging of the nervous system. What makes this terrifying is that many people don't even realize they are taking a risky drug. They see FAM, NDBR, ILIAR brand names, friendly packaging, and words like non-drowsy or PM, and assume it's harmless. In reality, these pills quietly disrupt brain chemicals that control memory, learning, alertness, and mood. For seniors, the damage comes faster and hits harder. A person who once remembered everything and adored birthdays, stories, conversations can suddenly become forgetful, anxious, confused, and unable to understand why. Families start noticing personality changes. Someone who was once confident becomes withdrawn. Someone who was joyful becomes frustrated and lost. The heartbreaking truth is that in any cases, their brain wasn't failing naturally. This drug was silently pushing them toward decline. Doctors and scientists have known for years that this class of medication blocks acetylcholine, a chemical the brain uses to form memories and control thinking. But pharmaceutical companies don't advertise that part. Instead, they promote comfort, fast relief, and easy sleep. People trust the label, trust the commercials, and trust the familiar brand. Yet every pill chips away at the brain's strength. And when the damage shows up, poor memory, mental fog, slower thinking, most patients never suspect BRCT the real cause. They think it's aging. They think it's stress. They think it's just life. But it's not. It's a chemical weapon disguised as medicine. Even worse, many seniors take multiple anticholinergic drugs at once in prescriptions, over-the-counter sleep aids, cold and flu products, antihist NDRNA, stomach remedies, and motion sickness pills. When these medications stack together, the danger multiplies. Each dose increases the risk of confusion, falls, weakness, and irreversible cognitive decline. Some people become so mentally impaired they can no longer live independently. They lose names, places, memories, faces, the very pieces of themselves. And because the damage can build slowly, many never learn the truth until it's too late. But here's the hope. The brain can heal when these medications are removed. Studies show that stopping anticholinergics can improve memory, restore clarity, and reduce long-term dementia risk. There are safer alternatives: natural sleep aids, non-anticholinergic allergy medicines, gentle herbal remedies, better hydration, lifestyle treatments, and brain-supporting supplements. People don't have to sacrifice their mind for relief. They just need to know the truth. You have every right to protect your memory. You have every right to ask questions, read labels, and tell your doctor you refuse a drug that destroys the mind. Your brain is priceless. Your memories are irreplaceable. And no medication, especially an over-the-counter one, should even take that away from you. It's time to expose the silent thief that millions swallow without a second thought. Knowledge is the first step. Stopping it is the second. Saving your brain is the goal. Many people take it daily without knowing it slowly damages brain cells and accelerates cognitive decline. That's the most frightening part of this story, how quietly it happens. No warning signs on the bottle, no pharmacist gently saying be careful, no label telling you this pill has been linked to dementia. It is sold with a smile, placed on shelves at eye level, described as gentle and harmless. People take it for sleep, allergies, motion sickness, stomach discomfort, or anxiety. They take it because they trust the brand, because it worked once, or because a friend recommended it. Some take it every night before bed, believing it helps them rest, never suspecting that with each dose. The NBBRIR brain becomes just a little weaker. Tiny changes at first, forgetting small things, losing a word mid-sentence, feeling a little foggy in the morning. Then bigger changes: confusion, poor focus, trouble learning new information. The heartbreaking reality is that while the world sees a harmless medication, inside the brain it blocks the chemical responsible for memory and learning. This drug interferes with acetylcholine, the neurotransmitter used for processing information, concentration, and storing memories. When acetylcholine is blocked, neurons struggle to communicate. Over time, the brain begins to shrink, especially in the areas responsible for memory. Imagine millions of people slowly damaging the very organ that defines who they are, simply because no one told them the truth. Parents, grandparents, teachers, caregivers, people who once carried sharp minds and rich stories dragged into forgetfulness because of something they thought was safe. Many older adults start using this medication to sleep better. They struggle with insomnia, so they grab a PM pill, never knowing that sleep medications containing anticholinergic ingredients are strongly associated with increased dementia risk. Others take it for allergies or seasonal discomfort. Some use it for nausea when traveling. One tiny pill doesn't seem like much, but people don't realize these drugs accumulate in the body. The longer they are used, the more damage they cause. The brain becomes slower, weaker, quieter. Low ones watch personality changes unfold without any idea that a simple medication might be the cause. What makes it even worse is that many seniors take multiple drugs in this category: a sleep pill, an allergy pill, a stomach pill, and a prescription medication, each with anticholinergic effects. When combined, the cognitive damage multiplies. Studies show that taking just one strong anticholinergic daily for 3 years can significantly increase dementia risk, yet millions have taken them for a decade or more. They trusted the labels. They trusted the commercials. They trusted that if some thing was dangerous, it wouldn't be sitting on every store shelf. But the brain doesn't care about marketing. It just suffers. Families often notice the change long before doctors do. A grandmother who once remembered every birthday now forgets conversations. A father who loved telling stories now essenbarred and struggles to find the right words. A once confident mind becomes cloudy and dependent. People blame aging, they blame stress, they blame genetics. Rarely does anyone look at the medicine bottle, but the truth is hiding in plain sight. A drug designed to bring relief is instead slowly stealing the NBRD. The tragedy is that these effects can begin even in younger adults. Anyone who uses anticholinergic medications regularly can experience concentration problems, mental fatigue, slower reaction times, and reduced learning capacity. Students, workers, drivers, people who need their DSRO Noe NDR Ingalai dulling the very thing they depend on most. But there is hope. Once people stop taking these medications, the brain can begin to recover. Cognitive function often improves, clarity returns. Meditation, sunlight exposure, and gentle exercise can reduce anxiety naturally. Breathing techniques like slow nasal breathing or the 4-7-8 method calm the heart and relax the mind. These methods repair the body rather than disturb it. They help balance the brain instead of disrupting it. Yet few physicians recommend T.T. Barnhem first. Pills are simply faster to prescribe, and here is the most painful part. Many people could slow or even reverse early memory problems just by switching to safer alternatives. When someone stops using anticholinergic medication, the brain often begins to recover. They think more clearly. Focus better. They remember names and conversations they were losing. Imagine how many families could be spared heartbreak if they knew this earlier. Why don't patients hear about these safer choices? Sometimes doctors rely on habit. Sometimes pharmaceutical companies push the medications that M&D % AK profit. Sometimes medical training focuses on treatment, not prevention. And sometimes, no one takes the time to explain that healing can be gentle. The result is the same. People keep taking pills they do not need, while their brain silently pays the price. But knowledge is power. People have the right to ask questions, to explore alternatives, to demand safer care. Reading labels, researching ingredients, and talking openly with healthcare providers can change everything. Replacing a harmful sleep aid with magnesium, switching an allergy pill for a safe option, or choosing herbal remedy NDRNS for nausea may protect someone's memory for years. Small choices can prevent massive damage. The brain is the most valuable organ we have. It holds our stories, our voices, our families, and our independence. It deserves protection. No medication should ever steal that away, especially when safer, natural, scientifically supported options are waiting to be used. If patients were told the truth, many would choose them. If doctors explained the risks, many would switch. If families knew what was at stake, they would never allow a pill to take a loved one's memories. So the message must be share NTPRDND. There is hope, there are alternatives, and you do not have to sacrifice your mind for relief. You can protect your brain and still live comfortably. You just need knowledge and the courage to choose better. Sometimes the greatest danger is the one we never question. For years, people swallowed easy pills believing they were safe, believing they were helping, believing they were doing the right thing for their body. But now the truth is in front of us. We don't have to lose memories, clarity, or dignity to a medication that was never meant to be used forever. We don't have to watch loved on NDRAS slowly disappear while searching for reasons in age, stress, or fate. The brain can be protected. The mind can be saved. And change can start with one simple choice: knowing what is safe and what is not. If you or someone you love uses these medications, don't panic. Just get informed. Talk to a doctor, ask for alternatives.